All right. My name is Mason Kirchhofer, and I did the Arch Linux installation for virtual machines. First things first, you got to download uTorrent. This is how I did it. So you want to go to their website and download the installer, and yeah, once you go through the installer, it's pretty simple. Just click next and where you want to download it. You're gonna go to Arch Linux's website and find the download link. It is under BitTorrent download. It's recommended, and then do download for yeah, and you'll see the uTorrent logo down there. Once you download that, you can open the file and it'll automatically open into uTorrent. All right, so once you got um, your ISO file from the torrent, you are going to open up your Workstation 16 Pro, which is the virtual machine software, and you're going to click Create a New Virtual Machine. You're going to go through the install wizard until it asks for an operating system be chosen. You're just going to hit the drop-down menu and find it wherever you saved it. Next, you're just going to go through the installer. For one thing, you have to click the version of it, which is Other Linux 5.x kernel, and hit Linux at the top. And then you also have to specify how much storage you want to give this virtual machine. You do 20, 10 gigabytes, whatever one you want to do. On the next page of the install wizard, you have to customize hardware. This will make sure that you have enough memory to run this. I was running it at like 700 some megabytes and it would not work, so I had to go back and put it at a gigabyte, and then it did work. Once the set wizard is complete, you can now start actually configuring the Arch Linux. So at the top of this little page, you can see power on this virtual machine. Just want to click that. On the first boot, you'll get a screen like the one below, and then using the arrow keys, you can select the first option, Arch Linux install medium, x64_64 BIOS, by using the enter key. Once it's been configured, you'll get a screen like this below showing that it has installed correctly. And then first thing you want to do is partition the disk. You can use the command lsblk to first see all the active partitions there are right now, and then you can do the command cfdisk/dev/sda. This will bring you into the partitioning menu, and then it'll do a little drop down of like 4 or 5 different things to select. Just select GPT and then hit the enter key. So now you want to find, there should only be one thing so far, and this should be the entire size of however much you gave it. For example, I did 10 gigabytes, so I had a 10 gigabyte thing. I hit enter, and then it'll let you uh, choose the amount of storage you want for the first one. So for the first one, you just want 1 megabyte, just do 1M, and this will be for the bootloader. And then, so once you put the size that you want in it, you hit enter, and then you'll not tab, you'll use the arrow keys over to go to type. And then for the type, you're going to select BIOS, you're going to select BIOS boot. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do the same thing, except you're going to make this one about double the size of the memory you gave it. So I did 1 gigabyte of memory, so this will be 2 gigabytes the storage for this. This will be the Linux swap space. And to change the type, you'll just use the arrow keys, go over to type, and then select Linux swap. And then for the last one, you'll find the unused thing. It'll just say free space. You'll click it, and then put as much storage as you have left on it. And you'll go over to the type. It should do it automatically, but for the type, you'll want it to be Linux file system. And then once you get all that done, you'll go over to the right tab, 2 over from type, hit enter. I'll say, are you sure you want to write it? You'll just type out yes. So once you have all the partitions made, you're going to want to format them. And so once again, you'll do lsblk to see all the new partitions. And whichever one has the most storage, which will be your file system. For me, it was SDA3. You'll type the command mkfs.ext4/dev/SDA3, then hit enter. This will make the MK file system. So now you want to format the file swap partition, which is, I think, 2 gigabytes for me. And to do that, you'll type the command mkswap/dev/SDA2, and then once you do that, you'll do swap on -a. So now that you have all those formatted, you'll want to mount them. So to mount them, you'll have to change directories to the mount folder by doing cd/mnt, and then you'll type mount/dev/sda3/mnt, then ls, which will try to list them. It didn't listen for me, so you just change directory back, and then change directory to mount, and then ls again to list it, and then you'll see the lost and found folder in blue. So now we have to copy the operating system files to the mount folder. To do this, you have to download all the required files, but to do that, you have to use pacstrap, and the command is pacstrap/mnt base Linux firmware nano grub dhcpcd, and then you'll want to run genfs tab/mnt, and then you'll do the same thing, genfs tab/mnt greater than symbols, and then mnt or -mnt-etc/fs tab, and then you'll want to run arch-chroot/mnt to run the hard disk as if it was the root. All right. Once you're in the root, you're gonna want to make a password. So to do that, you're gonna just type passwd. It'll prompt you with the password creator. So you'll type in your desired password, and they'll ask you to type it again in case you messed up. Because on this, whenever you type your password, it won't actually display on the screen. So you just it makes sure that you get it right by making you retype it. So then you want to install grub. To do that, you're going to type grub-install/dev/sda. Once it says that it's been installed and there are no errors, type grub mkconfig-o, and then -boot-grub-grub.cfg. Once this is complete, you can reboot the system by typing exit to get out of the root, and then reboot. So then once it's rebooted, it'll prompt you with a login. For the login, you'll type root for like the username, but it'll just say login. And then for the password, you'll do whatever password you made. And yeah, that is how you install Arch Linux using a virtual machine. Thank you.